When was the last time you heard of a great new idea come out of the Jewish community? I think back some years ago, there was Birthright, and that proved to be very effective. But since then, anything new? Not that I can think of. We just keep doing the same old thing. The big word in Jewish life is continuity. Let's keep continuing doing things as we've done them. We are living through a period of time that is having a profound effect, not just on the world, but on our Jewish world. Some statistics: anti-Semitism, off the charts here in America. Is the Jewish world trying anything new to combat this? You know, in the 1950s, there was a commission that looked into the fact that we had 3 Jewish agencies all working to combat anti-Semitism. I think it was the American Jewish Committee, the ADL, American Jewish Congress. And the commission decided there was no reason to have all 3. They're doing the same thing. It didn't matter. Continuity. We just kept doing things the same way, except we threw in a 4th organization that fights anti-Semitism, Simon Wiesenthal. Do you think these have proven to be effective? Let me give you some other statistics. The Pew survey recently revealed the state of the American Jewish community. Listen to some of this. Almost half of young US Jews feel no connection to religion. 43% of American Jews have never heard of the BDS anti-Israel movement. Only 15% of Jews said that observing Jewish law is essential to being Jewish. More than 50% of American Jews hardly ever or never attend synagogue. Listen to this. More than a third of the Jewish respondents checked that having a good sense of humor as being an essential part of what Judaism means to them. More than twice the share who checked observing Jewish law. And let me give you last, but certainly not least, 43% of American Jews say spending time with their pets provides them with more meaning and fulfillment than their religious faith. We're going down the tubes. I hate to put it like that, but that's a reality. Synagogues are merging all across the country. In the non-Orthodox community, 70% are intermarrying. And our response to all this? Nada. We just keep on cleaning the streams and saving the whales. That's why I was very pleased when recently AIPAC, the American Israel Public Affairs Committee, announced that they are changing their ways. They are no longer doing business the way they have in the past. In the past, they were a lobbying organization that worked to win support for Israel. But in looking at the changing political world, in a world where bipartisanship doesn't exist anymore, in a world where in the last 5 years, 45% of the House of Representatives changed congressmen. We're living in a world like we've never seen before politically. And AIPAC decided it just can't sit back and keep on doing the same old thing. So now it's turning into a PAC which gives money to people who are running for Congress. AIPAC took note of the fact that oftentimes the decision for who's going to be your congressman is not decided on election days, but is decided in primaries, and AIPAC is going to be very involved financially in that area. It's something new. It's something different. It's something we Jews seem to be averse to. Ronald Lauder is a great American, a great Jew, a great philanthropist. Maybe that's one of the reasons that he went from the head of the Jewish National Fund to the head of the Conference of Presidents and to the head of the World Jewish Congress. He's been the head of the World Jewish Congress for 14 years now. Is there nobody out there with some new ideas? We Jews are guilty of the same sin that the Jews made when they left Egypt. We read in our Torah portion, the Jews finally, after 210 years of slavery, are leaving Egypt. And you know the first thing they do along the way? They complain. They see Paro and the army coming, and they complain, let's go back to Egypt. Jewish continuity. It wasn't so bad. You know what happens after crossing the Red Sea? Jewish continuity. Let's go back to Egypt. We weren't so threatened there. There is a word where we are told that the Jews were taken out of Sivlos Mitzrayim. They came out of the yoke and suffering of the Egyptians. But the Kutzker Rebbe used to read this verse as not that they came out from the yoke and suffering, but it can be translated that they came out from being patient, tolerant, and enduring. The Jews had made their experience in Egypt acceptable. Do you know that we are told that there wasn't a single Jew who escaped from Egypt? Now, on a simple level, that means Egyptian security was very tight. But the rabbis also interpret this to mean no Jew escaped because they all practice Jewish continuity. Let's keep doing things as they are. No, we've got to learn to get ourselves out of the Egyptian mentality of continuity. We have to do things a bit differently in the coming years. Hats off to AIPAC for having had the courage to do something that Jews don't seem to like to do. Change. It's very important. You have to know when to hold and know when to fold. Shabbat Shalom.